Hey, what is up guys, Airflying2Caps here, bringing you guys another video here today. Today what we're going to be talking about is basically how to become an MLG Pro Call of Duty player. Now, if you guys don't know, in Black Ops 1 I was kind of an MLG Pro, played at a couple LANs, nothing as big, nearly not as big as it is now. We play in people's basements and stuff like that, which is totally different, and for another video. However, what we're going to be talking about is basically how to get yourself in the community and how to get yourself established, possibly as a pro. Now, the first thing you have to do is practice. Now, a lot of people don't and know already this step. You know, you got to practice, you got to play all the time, you got to know the game in and out. That's how a lot of pro players get noticed, is just because of their skill and their know of the game. And since Advanced Warfare just came out, it's a perfect time to possibly get some spots and as well as some other stuff to possibly better yourself as to get in the Call of Duty scene as well. Another thing that you're going to need is basically how to get your name out there. Now, a lot of people don't know and don't usually use this step very well, and this is probably the most important thing of the steps that I will mention. But this is probably the most important thing to know, and it's basically to get your name out there. Now, a lot of people don't really know about this step, don't really know exactly what to do once they get to this point. You know, I'm really good at Call of Duty, I think I'm good enough to be a pro, what do I do now? And basically that's to get a team together. And a lot of people don't really think, you know, I don't really have any friends that like to play Call of Duty, or I don't really have any friends in general, which is totally understandable. I understand in some ways. You know, I don't really have anyone to play with, everyone that I play with sucks, I hear that all the time. And basically what you have to do is just play. Whether you play with people you don't know, you play with just random people, you can advertise on Twitter, say, you know, I'm this type of player, I'm looking for, you know, an objective player, I'm looking for an AR slayer, I'm looking for all these different things, and you're going to get some messages, I promise you that. You know, there are some people that you can tweet at that will retweet it, and, you know, get your name out there, basically. And once you've reached this point, say you have a team together, and you play tournaments, right? You're not doing very well, which is very, very possible, and 90% of the time that happens. What you can do is you'll play these teams, right? You'll see Nadeshot and Scump constantly mentioned. I'm just naming these two off because that's what most people will think of whenever they, you know, think of this. But you'll see Nadeshot and Scump talk in stream, like, you know, this guy's name is this. Let's just say his name is Slacked. Everyone knows Slacked. Let's just say Slacked is a known player. Slacked is really good. Slacked could be an MLG player. And Nadeshot and Scump realize that, and they're like, you know, this guy is really good. You know, this guy, we've seen him before. He's not, you know, anyone that no one really knows about, but when we play him, he's good, and we better watch out for him. So your name's automatically out there with some pro players, right? They're going to see you and say, you know, like Chino, for instance. Chino was an AM player for a really long time. You know, players like Chino, Zumo weren't even known last year, and this is some stuff that they've used to get, you know, known. And obviously, they're on MLG teams. They've won, you know, big prizes and stuff like that, and are on very good teams. But the thing is that they've gotten their name out there, and for some reason people just don't understand how to do that. And I understand that it gets kind of difficult sometimes. And you know, whenever I remember actually Nadeshot mentioning Chino once, he said, you know, this guy's really, really good in S&D. Chino would absolutely dominate everyone in S&D all the time. And that's how we got his name out there. People would recognize that's Chino. You better watch out for him in S&D. Eventually, people got to know Chino. Chino found some players, and they eventually established an organization, and those organizations got players that played around Chino, and eventually Chino got a team, and he was in it. You know what I mean? So just stuff like that really can lead to a successful career in Call of Duty. And, you know, it's going to be awkward sometimes. You're going to have to step out of your comfort zone in a sense, but, you know, to be successful, you have to do that. And, you know, for me, whenever I played when I was younger, which is not in any way what it is now, we had a thing called Huppet Gaming, which was a website where you could advertise, you know, your stuff. It's really funny thinking about it now. But, you know, I'd constantly advertise, you know, looking for a team and stuff like that. And, you know, you get hit up by some people. I don't even know if Huppet Gaming is still around, but if it is, you know, that's another place to do it. But, you know, you just got to find players and work around your skill. And if you're good enough and you practice hard enough and your will is to be there, you know, you're going to be successful. Whether you don't think it or not, you're going to. And, you know, also, you have to do it because you love the game. It's not because you want the money. I see people do that a lot. They say, you know, I want to be a good Call of Duty player because I want the money. And you can't do that. You really can't. You know, you see players like Scump, for instance. I keep mentioning Scump, but Scump is so good at the game, but he wants to play it non-stop. He wants to play the game 24/7. And he's so good at the game because he's practiced it and wants to play it all the time. And you have to be that way. You know, if you want to be a pro player, you're going to be playing every single day, you know, for at least like you know, 6, 8 hours, you know, even more than that sometimes if you have long tournaments over the weekends. So, you know, if you're in it for the money, I'd be honest, I'd just say get out now, because it's not going to end very well for you. So, you know, I hope you guys did enjoy this short little commentary about how to become an MLG Pro. These steps that I've talked about work and have been mentioned by about 80% of pro Call of Duty players. You know, a lot of them come from different games as well. That's also, you know, a different way. Like a lot of people came from Halo. Obviously, really good players. That's a way to get your name out there as well. So, so yeah. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy this little commentary today. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys don't already, make sure to click all my links down below. Follow me at MLG Rostermania and also at air_flying. Thank you guys once again so much for watching. I will see you guys later. Peace out.